at each other back and forth.
Well then, hello and irasamase to another episode of I Know What I Got Cast. Tell your friends about Ickwig so they can sell you Gesundheit. Here's Ben, say hi.
Hi.
Here's David, say hi.
Hi.
Here's Chuck, say hi.
Hi.
I'm your host, Andrew, and together we also form the Mustang wrapped around the tree in your front yard you found this morning, Captain Carr. Well, fellas, on tonight's episode, we have a tale as fantastical as the possibility of owning the vehicle it is about. But today, in news, we're going to keep it short, to the point, and I'm going to slay you with marketing the product of our facilitator overlords, all in flared fashion.
What? All three of those words in that order, I don't know what they mean. On their own, I do. But together in a sentence, in that order, you lost me.
Well, guess what? Used cars simply aren't worth what they were a year or two ago. That's right.
Okay.
The supply shortage is finally coming to a close and is expected to, for the most part, be over with. And they're expecting this to be over by the end of next year. The semiconductor shortage has become less and less a reason as to why inventory is undersupplied. Honestly, this wouldn't be so bad if everyone was okay having analog controls for their air conditioning. Anyway, if you were thinking about getting rid of your vehicle you have sitting around...
That's all I have. I only have those. I don't mind.
That's also a lot of our listeners.
Yeah,
A lot of them.
I guess so.
I haven't looked at the data. There's a lot of them our age. Or just a little older, with usually having a little older car.
How old do you think I am?
Oh, so I just telling you so young.
How old do I look?
Well, you, Moses. I don't know.
Ah, the beard. It's iffy. You can't tell.
Yes, and my beard too.
You know what? You know what? Neither.
Oh my gosh.
That's cute. Did you just come up with that?
No, that's what my grandmother used to call me. That's
pretty good.
Look at your chin spinach.
Yeah.
It tricks people trying to guess my age and surveillance cameras.
Who's that guy? We can't even see half his face.
So if you're thinking about getting rid of a vehicle you have sitting around, any day but the next is better at this point. Wholesalers across the board have seen a decrease in what dealers and parts brokers have to pay to win a vehicle. While this is a win for most people in the market for something newer, I strongly urge that if it is an option to you, sell now, buy later. I believe David picked at random the Honda NSX, otherwise known in the States as the Acura NSX, because no one here is going to buy a mid-engine, two-seater commuter car. We'll stick to our four-door, four-foot bed, $120,000 mall crawler pickups. Thank you very much. The NSX hits a personal heartstring of mine, and that its crown achievement was inspiring another manufacturer to make the same thing, but in a so-called better way. David, why did you pick this little model and not the model which it so inspired, but we will not currently speak of?
We're going to have to all guess what that is, just FYI, but keep going, David.
So I picked the 1990 NSX finished in silver because, one, it looked cool. Two, I always add one to my collection in Forza, both the 05 one and the 92 one. I like the pop-up headlights. I like the way it sounds. And it was like the cool, like, what's his name? Ryu Asada, with like the designer who like
R.I.P. to that guy.
It was like one of his designs that I was like, it's kind of cool. Well,
was that like a tribal design thing or something typical?
No, like he was the one who like designed the
car.
NSX to be a Hot Wheel.
I see.
And like it has the cool one bar.
He also did like every '90s car that we could think of. Like they did the like EG Civic hatch.
Most of the cool Japan stuff you wanted in Hot Wheel form, he was responsible
Miatas,
for.
like you'll see it'll say like Ryu Asada on the side of it, and that's the guy who did it.
But no, I just got the NSX.
And he died.
I thought it was a real
so I'm
cool,
seeing a trend in that pretty much everything you pick is in Forza or Gran Turismo.
Well,
that's okay.
I
think that's how most people.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. But it's true.
I mean, not me.
I've seen them out. But I
You
used to go to like those mostly Japanese car meets, and probably the coolest thing usually there was an NSX, because there's like, oh, cool, a new GTR. Ooh. Yeah, you see them all the time. But
they got almost no love for the pretty much for the longest time.
Really?
Ever since they were released, yeah. They're still under-recognized.
So, it's funny you mention that.
Kind of true.
Our cousin, this might have been before your time, David, but our cousin, distant cousin, I honestly, to this day, do not know how he's related to us, but he is.
Faith.
Marshall.
Yeah.
He had an NSX, a new NSX in like 94. Yeah, like probably the last year of the first generation, I think.
It's almost, it's 96.
Yeah, and he like, so maybe it was like 96 then. But he picked me up, like we would go to breakfast with my great grandma, or our great grandma, like every Sunday. And sometimes when he was in town, he would come out because they lived in Palm Springs, and he would drive out in this NSX, and like he was literally the only relative we had that gave two shits about cars at all. And like he had the NSX, and it's funny that you mentioned that it's like underrated and underappreciated, right? Because he had a thing about like doing that with cars, like. When a couple years later, probably 99-ish, he had an S2000. And he took me for a ride in the S2000. And I was like, this thing is great. And he was like, yeah, it's like so much better than the Z3, and nobody notices or cares. And like he's like, this thing revs to 9,000 RPMs. It's got a digital digital gauges, and like everybody's out there buying a Z3, and we're like, yo, like what? And back then that was like, oh, Marshall, you're a genius. And now that you mention that, I'm like, damn, he was kind of like, he knew what was up.
Yeah, and it's all because he got over that Honda emblem.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of people did not. So the details of my research are a little hazy, but I believe that what I found is that Mr. Honda bought a Ferrari, hated it, went to Mr. Ferrari and said, your cars suck, I can make a better one, easy peasy. To which Mr. Ferrari responded, and I'm paraphrasing here, LMAO, save it for the racetrack, or bite me, you tool.
Wait, no. You
Wait.
tool.
So are you okay? Wait, question.
Mr. Honda
What the fuck,
then went
Andrew?
into development with the concept of making a vehicular manifestation of one of the hottest bands he'd been listening to at the time. In a dream, he was approached by every member of INXS with each their own request. The Ferris fellas requested in unison, do it, dude, make it better than a Ferrari. Those are fast. Gary Beers requested, make the interior like a fighter jet. That'd be sick. Those are fast. Kirk Pengilly requested, get an F1 world champion to help develop it to its full driving potential. They're fast. Michael Hutchins requested, and you shall name it after us, INXS, or I'll haunt you and your family to death, you absolute mad lad. Mr. Honda set forth and gathered his team, a defecting Ferrari 348, an F-16 fighter jet, an Ayrton Senna because he was contractually obligated to do it, probably. Unfortunately, Dream Hutchins negated the reality of intellectual property and copyrights, so Mr. Honda had to go with the next closest name, the NSX. He was
great.
sure Hutchins wouldn't notice. He slipped a 270 horsepower V6 engine into the first all-aluminum production car body and linked it to a 5-speed transmission. Wow. It had a weight of just a hair over 3,000 pounds.
Wow.
It was designated the NA1 in order to differentiate it from its younger, facelifted brother, the NA2, who in his vanity ruined his looks when thinking that integrated headlights were something that cool people wanted. Nowadays, it appears that people are willing to ignore his 20 horsepower increase in paddle shifters because at the end of the day, you can get faster VW Golfs. So now you may as well go for style points.
Pop-up headlights, baby.
The Ferrari 348 was never seen outside of the basement they dragged it into ever again. Starting with the NA1, so you've already won there. The F-16 ended up getting drafted into the Blue Angels. Ayrton Senna lived...
Thank you. You're on fire. You're on fire today.
Ayrton Senna lived until, well, he ended up unwillingly giving his life to the causes he lived for. Safety, racing, and safety in racing. He rests in peace knowing he went the way he wished. And as for Mr. Honda, well, as it turns out, he died of extremely mysterious causes.
Okay, all right.
You brought it all back, too.
No, make this make sense. Make this make sense, Andrew. Your conspiracy.
What conspiracy?
No, okay. All right.
Well, do you not know?
I'm learning right now, all from you.
You don't know about Hutchins?
This dream, this fugue state that he was in? No. I mean, I've been in relatable moments as an artist, but
Oh. Yeah.
So, but did he do that before or after the dream?
After. He made sure to get right to the haunting part.
Oh, okay. Well, all
to
right.
put it lightly.
That makes sense.
But continue.
So I said wrap this conspiracy up.
Well, I admit that 90% of what I just said was fiction for the sake of fiction. The Honda NSX was certainly an incredible piece of automotive history. It pioneered the supercar. It kept alive the misunderstood legacy of cars that had fallen victim to marketing. Gordon Murray designed the McLaren F1 because he wanted more, and Honda said, no, we made it to be perfect for itself. To hell with roadsters, GTs, and supersports. Take a train if you're looking to go one way fast. This NSX was a new day for the sport driver and continues to be today, still, as its specifications are still very competitive in today's market. But people had really started realizing this almost 10 years after its demise in 2005. What was at one point a $35,000 car is now much closer to its original MSRP after inflation has been accounted for at around $115,000 because normal people can't have anything nice. If you know what you got, and I promise you probably don't, but if you do, don't let the richies have it.
Please. Do not let these rich bastards have these cool cars.
Okay,
They
so
already do, but moving forward.
They definitely
just to be
already do.
clear, the beginning part, which is what I was going to bring up in the beginning when you were like, no, and just kept talking, was the first part was the story of Lamborghini. Because I was like, no way did two car company owners do that to Ferrari twice.
That's not what I read.
What?
What's the second thing, Benny? He's tooling with you.
I'm so glad David.
No,
knows
that
the
was
signs.
it. The rest of it I knew. Was like, but I was like, who knows?
I don't get the reference to the band.
What?
I'm sorry.
No, that was
What? What do you mean?
Oh.
It's in the
No, I get that was fake, but then there was a part at the end, and you were like, yeah, and I was like, what? This all seems far-fetched.
So,
Hutchins killed himself in 1998.
I didn't know that.
When
Okay.
did Toyota die? I mean Honda.
I don't know.
But he didn't die under
Mysterious
nefarious circumstances, or did he?
I'm pretty sure the Honda who I speak of is probably like dead
Long
for
dead.
40 years now.
Probably long.
You think so?
If he's OG Mr.
Yeah.
Honda, it's been longer.
It was
than
literally
40
Mr.
years.
Honda is a real person.
Oh, right. No, no. I know that.
He's dead.
But like the OG Mr.
Right.
Honda,
Yeah.
that's got to be like the 20s. That dude
Oh,
died.
absolutely.
No, the first
Yeah.
Toyota guy lived till like 2 years ago.
No, that wasn't the first Toyota guy. The first
That was
Toyota
the
guy was
son
like.
or something.
We're not talking about Toyota
Oh,
guy.
was it? Okay. No, I
but
know.
the same
But like,
thing. Like two old Japanese dudes came up with brands in like way early, like pre-war.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So like, okay.
Either way, okay.
that's
Now
fair.
I get okay.
Yeah.
I didn't
been a
know
while.
that part of that
Sure.
story.
Yes, thank you for making me explain the joke.
Sorry, I didn't get
I'm sure
the
there's
joke.
not a lot of people listening to this that are that familiar with NXS. So
Thank you. I am not.
Well, it's a whole. It was a whole thing. You guys are just too young. That's all.
No, that was great. I'm older than you, dog. I just listened to rap.
Yeah.
NSX is like the hottest band back then.
They were hot. They were hot.
They're
shit.
like the second
They're like
most
the minor league
best-selling
Depeche
band
Mode.
behind AC/DC.
Them, and then it was like
no,
Chili
not
Peppers and
rock
Bare Naked
band,
Ladies. Yeah, they were all. Those were hot. Those were hot bands in that time in the '90s.
Yeah.
I remember one of my friends was playing a Bare Naked Ladies song, and he goes, and I go, "What song is this?" And he goes, "Whatever song by the Bare Naked Ladies, who are actually 3 fully clothed men."
Yeah, it's such a great way to put that.
We were like 10, too.
Yeah.
It was so funny. It was just like, are
I remember the
actually
album art for
3
Bare
fully
Naked
clothed
Ladies.
men.
It was always like the silhouette of women, and I'm like the whole time I'm like listening to it, it's like that's dude voices, but the silhouette of women on the album art. Am I confused?
Yeah, the gorillas are real people, too.
Right, they're not animated beings. They're not
Animated
animated
robots.
beings.
I
Robots.
thought that Axl Rose was like some Mama Cass looking kind of person.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Wasn't he? Kinda.
No.
I mean, didn't he wear
Sounds
a
like a
kilt
woman.
and a bandana with
thought it
long...
was a woman.
Oh, you thought,
Do
okay.
you not know Mama Cass?
Yeah.
You know Mama Cass either?
Yeah, no, but I know Mama
The
Cass.
hottest
I know
thing.
Mama Cass from Scooby Doo. Okay.
Mama Cass. Don't say
Mommy
Mommy Cass. anyway,
I
Chuck,
wish
get
you
us a
wouldn't have brought
jingle.
that up.
I don't have any pulled up, so hit me
Just
with one.
make one.
The judge.
Who is that? Pontiac?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the GTO.
Oh. Is your Pontiac Judge more like a jury summons than call Carvio today? At
We hate those.
855-951-3335. Yeah.
Stop sending me jury summons.
Yeah.
I'm not even from here.
Yeah, seriously. It's the only one that I can think of. Or, you
Do
get
they
5
have-
to life, then call Carvio.
What?
You get 5 to life.
Yeah,
Even the judge,
we'll liquidate it for you.
Andrew,
Yeah.
our country actually burdens you with jury summons?
Oh, all the time.
He's a dual citizen.
All
He doesn't.
the time.
I'm not from here, but I mean, you
I'm
are a
not
citizen.
from here.
That's annoying.
I've been
You just can't be president. You have to be a part of everything else.
summoned like 8 or 9 times,
Holy hell.
and I've only been a citizen for like half as long as you fellas.
Cool.
Sorry, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
I've only been to jury duty one time. I almost got picked for a jury as an alternate. The judge dismissed me because I was looking at him with the most, like, please don't pick me face that I could make. Like, the whole thing just read, every beard strand of hair in this beard was just like, no!
Just looking haggard and just.
And he was like, number 32, you can go. And I was like, Baruch Hashem.
Okay.
Thank you,
then,
Lady Justice.
Where are we at? We are at the classified car of the week.
Let me send them over.
Who's going first, and when will Chuck finally
Not me.
throw?
Not me. Don't do 3.
David.
Not it.
David
No,
goes
no,
first.
No.
Okay, you
no.
chose it.
No.
I will do it. David is going.
No, come on. Don't pick me. I have 2 options. I'm waiting to see what everybody
No,
else
you
picked.
can't.
No, fuck you. You have to pick ahead of time.
I picked an NA1 and an NA2. If you guys both
Well, you
picked
better pick
NA1s,
one.
What'd you pick? Tell me. Is it in
We're
your
not
first
telling you.
Tell
No
me.
way.
Tell me the answer
All
now.
gens are at play. Choose your.
Come on. You guys
All
suck.
are at play. No, you're acting like a little brother.
Red
right now.
one. The red one.
Little brother.
Red. Bitch. Damn it. Honk.
Yeah, that's 50-50 shot. I think they only came in 2 colors.
4. It's like the Carrera GT.
No, they
you
gave
could have
him
red,
5.
black, silver, white, or yellow.
Oh, well, actually, while we wait,
I think.
Carrera GT pill me because I don't see it. I don't understand why people
You really
even give
don't
a.
see it?
I don't give a. I
Hold
just
on,
don't know.
Hold on.
No. Can
I
you
like
preface
this.
it the same way you talked when you and I were talking earlier? This is the thing I told you about that I was going to raise.
No. I will. Don't worry about
Okay.
it. Why does anybody give a shit about that car? It's not that cool.
It
I
is
will
that
tell
cool.
you exactly why.
It's definitely that cool.
And don't say V10 because that is not enough.
I will not.
No, I'm not gonna
David
say
and
that.
me and you and me are going to say the exact same thing.
1, 2,
2, 3. Beechwood shift knob.
Let's go. 100%.
Nailed that.
Oh my God.
100%.
Beechwood
Look at
shift
the interior
knob.
of that thing. Beechwood
If
shift
you
knob.
get it with the
Cool.
carbon fiber shift knob,
You're wrong.
I'm deporting you.
Yep.
So then we agree. There's literally nothing remarkable.
Bring a trailer.
There's
What?
nothing remarkable about the GT then.
You
Nothing.
name one other cool car of that vintage with that type
Okay.
of
Of that
stuff.
vintage.
Standby.
It's not about that vintage.
No, I'm
it's
just
about the
saying-
car surrounding the Carrera GT.
Wheels, super cool. Center lock. Next question. It's everything. Picture this. It's like everything that you can get
Put it in the
in a
box
911
and never hit send.
but better
Ooh, wait.
and crazier, and the
Yeah,
engine's
understand.
loud,
Didn't have.
and it makes a good sound, and Beechwood shift knob. That's all.
Fuck, you're
What?
right, Chuck.
What, Andrew? Okay. What do you not? What? So you just think it's like kind of boring? And there's
Oh yeah, absolutely.
exciting about
yeah,
it?
I don't think there's anything.
I mean-
So think about this.
for
It is. It's,
wouldn't
it's,
disagree
Let's go
with
to its
that.
predecessors first.
Who gives
Right.
a shit?
959.
We'll start with the 959.
Okay.
Yeah. That thing had like a ton of production firsts, like a laundry list,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It had like it had the driver selectable torque split in its all-wheel drive system.
Okay.
It had adjustable ride height for like going up and down the curbs.
You see,
right?
those things were already done before. They
no,
couldn't do
not
them.
in a production car.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's not.
Hollow spoke magnesium
that-
wheels,
When the Carrera GT came out, you're comparing it to like it was supposed to have
tire
all this
pressure.
crazy
Yes,
technology.
There you go,
exactly.
Chuckster.
You're right, and I'm getting
it.
to that. Tire pressure monitoring, 6-speed gearbox, ABS,
Okay, 6-speed gearbox is not an automotive first.
but
I'm going to ask you again.
and then
You're wrong.
I'm not wrong. And then we're going to go into the Porsche GT1, which what the
Stratham version?
hell else do I have to say?
The thing is pretty.
That thing is literally a streetable Le Mans.
So is the
Like,
CLK
prototype.
GTR.
What?
Which I'd
So
rather
is the
have.
CLK GTR.
But-
Which
Exactly.
I'd also rather
yeah,
have.
which is also really, really cool, right?
But, okay.
And then we get to the Carrera GT. And then we get to the Carrera 918, which pretty much has everything that the Carrera GT has, including center locks.
With a hybrid engine, and it's all
yeah, but the
except
wheels look cooler
way faster.
first.
and way
Second,
cooler.
It's way cooler of a car.
the Carrera GT. This
Looks
is,
way better too.
This is not. I'm not talking about the V10. I'm talking about the exhaust. Sounds incredible,
Uh-huh.
and it looks cool.
Yeah. The GT one?
Andrew,
No,
I'm kind of
the
seeing
Carrera
what you're putting.
GT.
I'm picking up
19
what you're
the
putting down right
19
now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Compared to the other ones,
The Carrera GT's junk.
I mean,
Okay,
I don't
that's a
know.
stretch.
Junk is
But, like,
strong, but
It's
like
it's hype. It's all hype. There's nothing special about it.
But
that
it's
I-
also-
no, they
They're
just
not-
look cool. They're
No,
not. They
they
shouldn't
look-
be
I don't
worth
think
how
they
much
look
they
that
are.
cool,
I think
though.
they
Here's
look
the
pretty
thing.
cool.
I don't think they look that good.
they haven't like exceeded prices to the point where you're like, this is absolutely crazy. Because if you think about it, it's like a 15-year-old car.
I don't want
give or
to
take.
attain a Carrera GT.
I thought
Well, you
those
might
things were
not.
still selling for at least $1 million.
Yeah, they
They're
are.
at least $1 million, but if you think like they're 15 years old,
I'd rather
they're
get a
pretty
904,
rare.
Right, which you found for $1 million.
which I found for $1 million. It is way cooler than a Carrera GT.
100%.
Fair. That's fair.
So
Yeah,
that's what
Because
it
I get a
It has, like,
904
a weird-
Carrera
it has, like, a-
GTS.
So
904.
while Andrew won't come off the hill of him saying that it's junk, I will.
It's
What he's
not
saying is that
junk,
with
but
all of, I'm just teasing you.
But it's- yeah.
What it is that it's like compared to all the other options at that price
I
point
get it.
and within Porsche.
Are you talking about price right now?
What?
All of the, all
Are you
the
talking
above.
about price right now?
No, I'm not talking about price at all. I think it's
Okay.
just a very unremarkable car.
Okay.
but
You know what I think is
All
less,
considered, like,
Beechwood
way
shift knob.
less remarkable that came out in the same era, and I'd rather have a Carrera GT over it. And you can
What?
fight with me all you want. And
If you say an SLR, I swear to God.
absolutely not. I am going to say the Ferrari fucking Enzo. Disgusting.
Oh,
It's a disgusting car.
see, I think.
And I'm like a
I'd rather
Ferrari
own that.
fanboy all day.
At least
Like-
it looks good.
No, I think that
I
I
don't
think
think
the
it does.
Carrera
I don't think
GT
it
looks
does.
way better.
Carrera
I think
GT 100% looks
I
better
think
than
I
Enzo.
think the Enzo is frumpy and stupid looking, and it's got a dumb name, and the seats suck, and it's everything inside of it's cheap. And I'd rather have an F50 if I was going to go for the same price point.
Oh.
I'd rather have an F50.
The
They just look
F50s are
cooler.
mid.
They look so much cooler than the Enzo, like
That's
all day.
true.
And
I'll give you that.
yeah, like for the same at the same time period, I would 110,000% rather have a Carrera GT than an Enzo.
I agree
Wow.
with
So
Benny.
so basically, it was good because everything else around it at the time just was even worse.
Was
Yeah.
underwhelming.
That's the best it's got, huh?
I mean,
yeah.
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 That's miserable. All right. Do you have all your shit in order, Chuck?
I have 2 NSXs. You sent me one too, correct?
Ooh,
Maybe,
man.
bro?
Andrew,
Yes, I did.
it's a good point.
Okay,
I'm not going to sit here. But you don't appreciate
David
a
is
Beechwood
going
shift knob because,
And
well,
that's,
that's the problem.
blasphemy.
Why? I can buy one right now on Amazon. I don't
No.
know what.
No,
Yeah.
not the same.
Pretty
not
sure.
the same.
Nope.
It's
I've,
Beechwood.
I've seen
It's a shit
I've
knob.
seen other ones on other cars, and it just
Doesn't
doesn't
look the
hit
same.
the same.
I also have a
Doesn't.
wooden shift knob in my.
It's not Beechwood, and it's not an Carrera GT.
All right, who's up?
Probably me because you guys picked
It's
me first. You fucks. Anyway, all right, it's my turn. I'm gonna win. Ready? It's a 92. Thank you. 92 NSX. It is red in like typical NSX fashion. Did I pick one of the more expensive ones? I did.
That's like the exact one Marshall had.
It's to the point. It's good. The mileage isn't too low where you're like woo, and it's not too high where you're like oh. So you're in a great place, and you're at 26,287 miles, and you can acquire it for like $105,000. Where is it? Somewhere in the States. I forgot. But it's like the first one that you pull up on cars.com. It's in Pennsylvania. So you're going to have to go to Steam Whistle Road in Pennsylvania, which is a silly name. And yeah, it's the one you want. It's red. It's got the 5-spoke wheels. It's got the pop-up headlights.
Not
it
the one you
looks
want.
as basic as you can get. And
Yeah, it's not been messed with. It's totally.
It's not
Right.
the one. Not the one you want.
someone confirmed.
Why does it look like there's a part of the engine, whatever engine cover missing?
Wrong.
It's all there.
Everything's there. Everything's fine. It's
Well, then.
perfect. It's the one you want. It's not even that
maybe
expensive.
not, but-
Because there were more that I saw. They're like
Nope.
120, 130 grand.
I don't know. I get
It's even
that.
got the original spare in it and everything.
I get that a little under 1,000 miles a year is actually pretty good for collecting.
Yep.
But I don't know if I want to pay that price.
You don't have a choice. You're gonna have to get one to get one with at $90,000 or for $90,000, which is another one I saw. It was 60,000 miles, which
Okay.
I don't think makes
I'm not
much
saying
sense.
you put up a bad fight.
I know.
I guess we'll have to see.
I
This
win.
is the wrong car. and I'll
What
tell
are
you why.
you
Right.
talking about, Benny? You probably picked some stupid
pretty-
modified one.
It's pretty
No,
wild
it's
how
the
far
wrong
you got to
color.
reach over to get the spare out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's a toughie.
like grounds
But
for
maybe, like,
embarrassing maneuvers.
you get it from. You have to get it from the right side.
Yeah. And even then, you're like,
Either way, with this mileage, you probably don't have to get it. Ooh, Benny, is this you?
Nope.
this is I.
I think ours are at the same dealer.
I think this is the one that Newman was drifting through the streets in that one episode where
Go down?
Newman had to do something in the NSX. And that was
Yeah,
kinda
me
fun.
and you got
Oh, I
the
win.
same dealer,
Yep.
but mine's still better.
Nope,
Keep
So,
going.
wrong.
There was this one is $89,900 for one with 42,000 miles.
Wrong.
It's I'm
It's
pretty
clean.
sure it is like completely stock.
Show me the interior.
Ooh, black on tan. That's good.
Most
like
of them
that.
are.
The interior, Chester, to the left.
There was one that was 79,000 for I think a little more mileage, and I ended
like
up
this, Andrew.
going with this one because the pictures on the other one were frankly super junk. These ones are very thorough. Head on onto the gauge cluster. The clean analog buttons are shown. The trunk. The every little detail in the interior is up close and personal. You can see every single little nick from somebody fidgeting with their thumbnail on the center console if you wanted, but it's not there. The
Black
wheels,
is good. I like
tail
this.
lights. You have the straight red taillight bar right across the back there with the spoiler.
As you
the
do on
pop-up
every
headlights,
NSX.
everything you want. Black over tan, I believe. Is it tan or is it
Yeah,
gray?
Beige,
tan.
beige,
Beige, yeah, beige. Which is, it's unusual, but I think that's what would catch the eye. And I thought it was a good deal for that many miles.
I don't
it's-
think you're wrong, but I think I did better if you don't care
I think
about
I did the
color.
best still.
Well,
I
let's
love
see.
the confidence.
Good choice,
For
Andrew.
one
Good choice.
simple reason, and I'll tell you why when my car's pulled up. Where can you find this one, Andrew?
Oh, good question.
That's a good question.
I know,
You can find
I'm
it
a-
in 1991. Chuck, give me something. Come on.
You tell them the price?
Okay, it is
Naperville.
at Gold Coast Motors. at Ogden Avenue in Naperville, Illinois.
Illinois.
Kind of a weird place. To
90
have a
grand.
Dealership.
$89,900.
Chicago,
Great.
where everyone is named.
Here's
Tina.
mine.
Oh, bitch!
Silver.
I like this one.
All right. All right.
So also $89,900, 65,300 miles.
I win.
But here's why I win.
win.
I'll tell you right now.
Wrong. I like
Two
this.
words.
I do like
The Wolf.
What?
The Wolf.
Why am I supposed to care about a wolf?
Pulp Fiction. The Wolf drives a silver
he
NSX
does.
and
He
just
does.
peels out after Harvey Keitel after he solves all what's their
nice
faces
little
problems.
Yeah, he does.
And from that moment forward, I have a silver NA1 NSX
That's the hot wheel.
is the best you can get.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't need to know that to really appreciate the silver.
Yeah, me either,
over
but
the silver wheels.
I appreciate it more almost now.
It's
Same.
the interior's clean as shit. Everything's clean on it. It's got 65,000 miles. You can
see
drive
the
it and not
lines.
care so much. You could probably negotiate this down more than you could negotiate down Andrews. Why? Because they're probably sitting right next to each other at, I believe, Gold Coast Motors. Yep, the picture, the watermark on the photos is the same place. So you could be like, that one.
Give me $5,000 off. Come
Yeah,
on.
give me like 10 grand off because that one has less miles and you're charging the same amount. So let's do 80 and call it a day. And they'd probably be like, sick.
Until it turns out that he's also a Pulp Fiction nerd, and he goes, "Well, this is just like the Wolf, so you're gonna."
Well,
have to
then
pay
we're
the
just
silver
going to have to
one's
rock,
more
paper,
rare."
scissors, or I'm just going to have to pull a Pulp Fiction and shoot him in the face.
I picked a silver NA2 for my other one, and that was beautiful in every way. But I was like, no, I think the one we have
But
to choose.
I mean-
I'm gonna hand this over to Ben.
Thanks, bud.
Are you really?
I told you.
I haven't voted yet.
I told you.
No. Value alone, you have no.
You are one.
So, yeah, everything's as clean. Would you
that
agree
joke.
the interior is
That's why
equally
I
as
never-
clean as both of yours? It's like you could, if you put these two cars next to each other, you would think they had identical mileage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure,
I
but
would
that's
think
the case
so.
with all of these almost.
Yeah,
No.
but I
Unless
mean,
they
like
put on
yours,
shields.
yours is six figures, David.
I much
Barely.
prefer.
It's 10,000 miles.
Barely,
$10,000
it's
more than
over.
yours.
It's like
Okay.
$115,000.
It-
104.
it's
I think he means. I think
105.
he means hardly.
I don't know what you mean, but what
Whatever.
I'm saying is your mileage is double mine, and it's only 10 grand more.
15 grand.
Fif-
And if you
mine's
negotiate
only
what you can to this, because the other one with less miles is sitting right next to it,
This
it's going to
implies
be
you have to
$25,000 less.
No.
Who cares?
Me, I win. Thank you.
What are you talking about?
You're so wrong.
If I had $104,000 or however much yours was, there's so that opens up the market to me so much. I have my choice of whatever I want. Right at that
It
point.
does.
Right. If I did not have that kind of money, I'm restricted to like 5 on the market currently, and I think this is probably the best one. I really like my mileage, but like if it came down to the color, the silver looks so much nicer, and I think, Ben's got a point. You could probably talk him down. You're gonna say, if you're gonna charge me this much more just because of the color, get out of town. I'm taking the black one.
Yeah, and then they'll be like, and then I'll be like 85 for the silver one, and they'll be like, okay,
Less than that.
80, whatever,
80.
doesn't matter. Start 75 and work your way up. Doesn't, who cares?
Yeah.
But silver is the color, and Pulp Fiction is the reason. The end.
I also will have to hand it to Ben. 'cause
Oh, for
I'm sorry.
fuck's sake.
I'm sorry,
Baby!
But look, hold on. Red is my preferred color, but it looks better and is better value for money.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
And 65,000 miles on a 3-liter Honda motor is
Yeah,
nothing.
zero.
Like,
It's 0. I mean, it was like.
Because here's the thing. Let's put all 3 of
biggest
these
selling
cars
point
right
was
next to
theirs.
each other. Let's put all 3 of these cars right next to each other.
Silver
That's
looks the
argument.
best, 100%.
Right, but then also like I'm walking around, I'm like looking at the miles and the numbers and the miles and the numbers, and I'm like, like the argument here is that like someone has really honestly screwed up by putting this up for $89,900.
Especially when the black one is also 89.9.
Yeah,
And
and
they're
then
in
another
the
one
same
that's red
place.
with just a difference in mileage. Which red is the cool color for an NSX in my opinion. Like that's the one. Like,
I
when
thought
think
it
of an
was
NSX
too, but then I saw this.
no, I agree. Silver looks amazing, but
And
when I think of an NSX, I've always loved. That's one of the few cars I like in red.
I like
I don't
it better
like
in
red cars that
I'd
do
say
blue.
silver, white, red, whatever other color than black.
Another reason why I think red loses points on an NSX, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am, is because you don't get to accentuate the dope ass straight across taillight on a red
Exactly.
car.
No, I agree that. Yeah, that is the only downside to
That's why
that.
you can't
I
get the
agree.
99 whatever in red.
All right. Well,
There's this other cheaper one I saw,
Ben,
but like he had
Ben,
blacked
you
out
win this week.
everything,
Ben wins.
including
Thank
rear
you.
lens.
Thank you very much.
No one blacks out
Garbage.
the. That's why Benny lost the Diablo challenge because he picked one with a blacked out taillights and looked stupid.
I thought it looked fine, but that's okay.
Stupid. And it was red.
all right. So I guess it's on to our next bit, boys.
Leave you guys disrespect.
Damn, I won.
One.
That's
No.
rad. I was like, I'm gonna lose.
Chuck, another jingle. Give me another jingle.
Good job, Benny.
I don't know who gave the car.
The Toyota Tercel. How about a challenge for you?
It's Tercel. If you think you can,
If that helps.
Yeah.
you might have to cut this. Has your Tercel become an incel? Call Carvio today. No, cut that one out. But that was fun.
Dang, did you actually?
Well, that's good enough for me. Moving on. Bring a trailer bloopers.
Yeah.
Now, did you guys actually just like try to find the most ridiculous one, or did you try to find an NSX one?
Oh, also, David, I'm choosing.
I
for
found ridiculous.
that doesn't. I'm choosing because I don't want to listen to you cry about having to choose.
Do it, David, again.
No, don't start with me again.
Do it again.
No.
Oh my God, this little
Andrew.
brother energy is amazing.
Pick
Yeah,
Andrew.
we'll start with you again.
No.
Yeah. Come on, baby brother. It's okay.
I'm pretty sure the
I thought
only
you were about
reason
to shoot that back in your face.
the only reason he lost the classifieds this time around
Fuck
is
you.
because he went first. So I want him to go first again.
No.
Because if he didn't go first, then I probably would have chosen him. Let's be completely honest.
This is
No,
bullshit.
Why?
This
Silver's
Ben's
still the
all
best.
day. He just wants to mess with it, but I'm sorry.
Bullshit.
I'm not gonna let you pull that one, fucker. Such an asshole sometimes.
We
All
lost.
right.
So are we picking Andrew or what?
All right. So, although speaking of being an asshole, we are still going to be an asshole. We're going to terrorize David.
Oh, come on.
Oh, walk us through it, buddy.
All right. So,
Oh no! What a terrible choice.
this is a fun blooper for the seller today.
It's salvaged. It's gotta be salvaged.
Not salvaged.
Did I see that other side painted a matte black, or is that just a trick of the light?
It's a trick of the
I
light.
think the wheels are matte black.
So here's the thing. It's a 2006. I think it's the first year M6 Coupe. It's black with black wheels and a black interior. And
You're going to be the 7th owner.
You might be.
That's a shame.
Oh, I don't think it's the 7th. The car fax was there or whatever.
I like these.
It's been in Florida. I don't mind these either. The thing is, it's got 63,000 miles. Nothing else looks really changed on it. It
Hey, he
looks
had
like
one of
the
these.
same old M6 you could get back in 2006, except just
Couldn't you get these in a stick?
Yeah.
Oh,
you could. But this one has the bad transmission, I guess, apparently.
The SMG.
it's not
Yes.
terrible.
Yeah.
It's
oh
not
god,
great.
yeah, they're terrible.
Oh, are they?
Those are literally like the worst transmission.
Because the ones in
you
the
could ever drive.
E92 M3
They're
are
worse-
also terrible.
They're worse than
Yeah. Those are real bad.
They're worse than a
awful.
Nissan Rogue transmission. They're worse than
really?
They're
Oh,
worse than a
gosh.
Dodge transmission with no
Oh.
fluid left in them.
Yikes.
They're the worst. I would literally rather
Well-
own a Dodge that could not drive because there's no fluid left in the transmission than drive an SMG through a parking lot
But-
ever again.
What's the price
They're
here?
meant for high
'Cause-
speed. Their
now,
performance
let's
is
get
suck.
to the
Yeah.
fun bit. Now, I know these have depreciated heavy, right? These were like 120 grand when they were new, right?
Uh-huh.
Give or
Yeah.
take, even in like 2006. It's $14,000 and $14,007. It's been sold for. Now, it was on no reserve, and the comments are minimal. But if you read one of the comments from the seller, he completely admits that I am going to lose my ass on this car. He fixed a bunch of stuff. He did a bunch of stuff. And then he's like, you know what? I don't really like the transmission that much. It's
Yeah, he's like, I
choppy
have
and
both the
weird."
manual and the automatic, and I don't
And
like
he's
this.
Getting rid of the automatic, and
What a
his
fool.
wife called it a drug dealer car.
Yeah.
In quotation marks.
That's
So
true.
I thought that was silly, and I think the seller is a blooper because he admitted himself that he is a blooper. So I think there's really no other
Is that
way.
the best you got?
That I mean, think about this.
This
This
is a
thing's
really
got to
strong
be
case.
worth a little bit more.
I don't know,
than
man.
that.
I think 14 grand for
No, you think that's
pretty
fair,
low
'cause
mileage M6 manufacturer.
V10, like
V10,
This is the
like
automatic.
what's not to love?
This
No,
is the
this is
automatic.
No, this is
no,
a
this
great
is the SMG.
This is the
This
This
is
is
the
the
SMG.
SMG.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well then I think I'm gonna shoot myself.
Before,
Not
I mean,
really,
this
that's
is
me.
still like an over
I can't
$20,000
just say
car.
that.
Usually
You do.
Benny's right. Someone could get probably $20,000 for this,
Yeah.
and this sold for $14,000, which is, and let's think about this. Me and Chuck were doing some deductive reasoning. He probably got it for like 30 to 35.
Yeah.
30
When
to
if
40.
he got it in
He
2018,
got them in pairs, right? I
because
guess.
it definitely sunk
Yeah.
in value, at least halved in value from its initial
and
MSRP.
nobody wants the SMG.
And
He
nobody
should.
wants the SMG. So he lost another $15,000 in probably.
Is it just the light, or does that have a carbon fiber roof?
I think it does have carbon fiber roof.
Yeah,
the M3 did.
I remember that some of them had like little accents, but
14 grand for a car with a
not bad.
cleanish carbon fiber roof? Like, come on, what
Not
are
a
we
bad
doing?
buy.
Yeah,
whoever
but
bought this is like coming out.
Whoever bought
awesome.
this is
Cool
winning,
car,
but
yeah,
like
right.
whoever, the seller blooped.
wait, hold on. Go
What?
go down to the interior.
It's not the.
Let me see the shift knob. That's not even SMG. Those are actually decent. Those ones.
Oh.
Yeah, the SMGs that are like super mega. That's more like Tiptronic. That's literally
It said
an automatic.
SMG in the ad, I think.
It
Right,
did.
but that's just because
This
you
is
can
a
just
later
choose
version.
the
Oh,
gear selection.
okay.
The SMG
Yeah.
is like you have to select the gear.
Oh.
There's no choice for automatic.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
That's how it was.
or something like that, right? No,
the M3.
No,
no, you can shift it
I
yourself,
think
but
that's
like,
the
oh my
M3.
god, the worst times
in automatic mode
because
is
it's
terrible.
like
Yeah.
It's not for low speed.
The E46 M3, I think, that was the worst SMG.
and like you're getting whiplash the whole time.
Yeah.
And it takes like 3 seconds to change a gear.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. But no, these ones are actually pretty good. This is a good buy.
It was a great buy, but a terrible.
Seller mistake. That was a seller mistake.
But he even admitted to it. So
That's
that's why I
okay.
think that's
All
part
right.
of the blooper.
That's you might be onto something with this, Dave.
Thank you. Wasn't a bad choice. I know.
All right, who's next?
Oh, the Zanardi edition.
Oh. Whoa.
This is you, Andrew.
Yeah. So I went for an NSX. But
Hey, sweet.
out of respect for Mr. Honda and his dream, this Acura in XS was the Zanardi edition, number 51 out of how many? Who cares, right? The point is
How
that
many
it
are there?
sold
Go
for
down. I'm curious. 12,000 miles.
51st to 51.
12,000
Oh,
12,000
it's the
miles.
last one. That's cool.
So the Zanardi edition, as far as I could tell, was basically nothing except it came with a Zanardi edition. What do they call it? Press kit.
And the wheels.
And the wheels.
Yeah, and the wheels. Ooh, fancy, right? They're kind of like meshy instead of like the 5-spoke, right?
Yeah.
The
They
wheels
don't
look
look
good.
bad.
But the five
The car looks good. $277,000 for a 12,000 mile a car with what looks like aftermarket wheels. They're not.
No, they're
But-
forged BBS alloys.
Basically aftermarket wheels and a little booklet that says, "Here's the press clippings that we are proud of. Thank you for
This guy.
buying this car." Right?
How much was it new? Go back up. to the window.
$47,000.
How much was
84.
David's?
Oh shit! Oh,
David.
I read that wrong.
How much was your classified?
My classified was 105,
It had how many miles?
27, 28.
So another 100,000 to have 12,000 something miles off.
And a little booklet with newspaper clippings.
Woo!
No, that's not 100,000. That's $172,000 on top of that.
Still.
So you want to know what's wild? Is
rare,
that
though.
these things have
not.
what it sounded like. You could have bought an NSX new and sold it for what you paid.
Yeah,
Pretty
if
much,
you're the
yes.
original owner, yeah.
Because 85 grand. Ours
Yeah.
were 89 and some
No,
change.
the sticker accounted for inflation was like $115,000 to $124,000.
Huh.
Yeah. And that's what pretty much every one.
No,
of
I
them
mean
goes
without
for.
inflation.
There's the
See the comments.
the only one that was higher by I think like $23,000 was an NSXR.
Oh, that doesn't
that's
count.
cool.
Yeah.
That's different.
The next one below it was a Targa. I'm pretty sure those are more valuable.
People are crazy, though.
But it was like $200,000.
It's not a great call at all. Wait, really? I mean, it's underpowered, sure. Worth more than 70. Okay, that's a stretch. 75K. I mean, they're all.
Yeah, so this guy is like just a normal NSX with different wheels and suspension.
Yeah.
So it probably has like Bilsteins on it. I don't know, something like that, or Coney. I don't know.
Post auction comments.
10.
Emperor's new clothes. Huh. Silly.
High points of 2020. A fixed roof should have been standard on all cars. That's a good point.
Oh, yeah, because they didn't have a fixed roof.
They did.
Targas.
Yeah, this one is.
I know,
this
but
is-
I'm saying the
Weird.
other ones we picked isn't.
Most they refer to them as NSXTs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think most of them. It's like the Supra, where there's only
Yeah.
like in reality like 400 ever built as a hard top.
Yeah.
And the rest of them were Targa.
Wait, what? Go down?
A new high watermark. Congrats. So why do people
No,
say
wait.
stuff like this?
Who-
This is
go
like
up?
LinkedIn of
Who
of
bought
car
this?
selling. That guy.
No.
Is that the seller?
No. Go to the bids.
Yeah, MacD.
No,
That's,
no, no.
That's
Who
the guy.
bought it?
What do you mean who bought it?
Oh, Mac
Right.
D.
Okay, so there's M Tung. Why?
Because somebody go down.
Somebody
Somebody
said it
was like, it was Rick Hendrick that bought it. So like he has more money than God. Right there.
What?
Wait, scroll.
Go down. Oh, show more.
Okay.
And yeah, no, go up. Up one more, two more. There, there. Highest price accurate ever. The shoe on Jalopnik any minute now. And
No, that
somebody.
doesn't give us anything.
Oh no, he bought the first.
Oh, yeah,
he
yeah.
bought the first NSX.
That's what Rick Hendrick bought. Okay, never mind.
It's a cool
'Cause he-
car,
he
but
buys
like
all those
I don't know
first
about
everythings.
$277,000.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy. But now go to mine, which is crazier.
You picked a van.
I did not. Maserati MC20 Cielo Prima Serie Edition
Hold on.
sold for $470,000. Now,
I think it's sweet.
the MC20 you can buy new,
BMW
not
wheels.
whatever series this is. The Prima
300
Serie
grand?
Edition is $255,000. So this
but like
guy paid
300 grand.
almost double for color and
That's a nice color.
a color.
It is.
Yeah, but it's a color you could also spend $3,000 on and wrap your $250,000 one.
Yeah.
And it's got like gold plated wheels, or not plated. That's wrong. Gold like
Solid gold.
accented
There we
wheels, matte white gold exterior trim, which doesn't seem
No,
like real
Solid
gold.
gold. The drugs are in the tires.
Enjoy
your win.
$470,000.
Okay, so you can get like a normal one for $250, like right now today. Walk
Yeah.
into a dealer and be like, "I want this."
Yeah,
The
They're
same
gonna
exact
spend
thing without the
$250,000.
colors.
our local
Same exact-
Maserati dealership has 4 of them.
I love these cars. I think they're sick.
They're beautiful, but I wouldn't want to pay double for one just for
I
a
was thinking like,
cool blue.
well, yeah, because it's not like the Dakar, which is like what $250, and then like now it's $400 because they're rare, and people are like, "Give me that extra money on top."
Yeah, just like the Ford GT. Same
Right.
thing.
Say,
Happens
this
all the
is
time.
not that because
The
you can
M4
buy a
GTS.
normal version, and there's nothing really special about this besides the good
It's
choice
limited
bank.
to 61 cars built, which is even more than Andrew's NSX that's now 20
And you
something
can just
years
get
old.
a normal one and feel probably
and you
okay
can
about
still buy
driving.
this brand new.
I don't know, man. I'd say when it comes to Maseratis, it's all about flash, and it has been.
But like
But they're all
wrap it. You're
that's a
still
lot of
flashy.
money to spend on flash.
Yeah, like a lot of
but
extra
that's
to spend
what you
on
do
Flash.
with flashing your cash.
You know,
That's
they
what
have,
but
but they have flashy colors that aren't that too.
You're
Like you
flashy
can
enough
get that
for the
car in
Maserati.
yellow, you can get it in red, you can get it in a bright, beautiful blue.
But this is
But-
crazy.
You're paying $200,000
This is
extra.
There's got to be
nice.
something more. There's got to be the
Scroll.
interior all done up, something
No,
special.
I'm pretty sure
you can
you
get
go
like a
down to the
normal
interior,
The
Chuck, if
wheels
you
are a
wouldn't
little
mind.
special looking. I'll give you that.
Yeah, fine, sure, the wheels. But like $200,000 for wheels in a paint color that, if you go back up to the sunlight picture, next one up, looks white.
No, that's kind of cool.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, but you can get a pearlescent wrap and it'll look the same.
No.
For
Or I can just. I mean, I'm not.
how
gonna
much was
buy
that
it.
new?
Don't worry about me, but-
$353,000. What's it got in options? Can you zoom in on that? What's that $70,000 option or whatever?
What the hell?
Control, scroll up.
Yeah, that, Chuck. Yeah, some option there was $70,000. Go down. $30,000.
Oh.
I think that's the Prima Serie package. You see the only one that's five figures of the options?
That much?
I can't make that out.
I can't read it
I
out
don't even know why
either.
they would take such a lousy print. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you
but
can get one of these for like $250,000, $225,000.
yeah, so this guy spent an extra, I don't know, ton to get this one.
But it's only
Seems dumb.
It's only this one in particular was bought for $120,000 over sticker price, right?
Sure.
My NSX was bought for almost 3 times more than what it's worth.
Okay, that's fine, but
And it has no special paint.
Yeah,
but you can't get any more of them.
no. But here's the thing.
They only
David-
made 51 of them.
David Seller lost their ass on that fucking car.
No, they.
I don't know about
Probably
lost their ass,
More than
but
$5,000,
They have
maybe
2
less
of
than
them.
10.
I
I
guess
don't-
yeah, because he's not the original owner. I was
don't think
considering,
you're
I was
gonna-
considering
yeah.
the original value of that BMW.
You're not going to find that guy in no suit line.
No, but the thing I was miscalculating because I was considering the BMW's original value. Which
NSX guy's living in that thing.
he better fucking.
Which,
be.
thanks to its practicality and reliability, he can.
this guy, instead of having 3 really cool cars, can only buy this one. He spent $500,000 on this thing.
You're looking at me.
A half a
I
million.
have to decide. Well, okay,
A
David,
$500,000.
we can both agree that you're out because of the money at play here. So
It's all right.
the thing is
I lost.
is
It's okay.
is
I get points for theme.
No, bullshit.
boy, are you trying to just fucking?
You're desperate right now.
You're
This
trying
is
to panhandle to the queer.
I am not.
I'm keeping it on theme.
Sales is desperate, sonny.
this is desperation.
I like.
What is your opinion, David, of the two?
I mean, I get both. I do, because they're both just limited editions with nothing that special about them.
Right. Here's another thing too, real quick. This is now a duel of basically Benny having chose that R8 on this episode 16, because it's just about the colors or like the cosmetic specs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
It
R8
really
looks
is.
like a
And,
tear.
like it doesn't. And like you were like, who the fuck cares about this color black? Some people will pay this
But that's
money
the
for
thing.
this stupid cosmetic
That
stuff.
wasn't even like a
Your
limited
Honor,
edition
ratio.
I don't give a shit about ratio. Ratio doesn't matter. I'm saying this is a dumb purchase because it's a color and it's wheels. Yours was at least wheels, suspension, and a roof. Okay?
No, the hardtop had nothing to do with
No,
the package.
it's an NA1. It comes hardtop. It's pop-up
You can
headlights.
get
It's
any
NA1.
regular NSX with hardtop.
I thought you could only get them
No,
with the whole.
The last half of the second gen was all target tops. Everything before that was.
No, the
the
first you could get an NA1 with the.
Okay, but it was
Yeah.
only an option. It was only an option then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the last half of NA2 was mandatory that it was because that's all the sales trickled towards. Why is it
This
that?
was a lot.
But like, I can
but-
also find you 3M films that look exactly like this
Benny?
Maserati.
I get a Maserati. I'm not gonna put a goddamn 3M film on it.
It's called a wrap. They
No,
do it all the time.
Here's the thing. To Benny's argument with him, real fast, is that like if you wrap your car, you're protecting the undercoat. So
No,
like
you're not. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, from like road crap, like pebbles and crap,
Yeah, no stone chips.
stone chips. Yeah, sure. It's not gonna.
You're not
protect you from
driving this thing anyway, and adhesive is not good for paint.
that. That's fair. But here's the well.
You're not
There's
going to
no
wrap
adhesive on
a
it,
Maserati.
on
It's
There's
not
no
like
there's no adhesive. It's
It's
just
not a
it's
Gran
just water.
Turismo from 2012.
It's like
you're
cling
not going to
wrap.
wrap it and in Habibi Gold. You're not going to do that with this because it's not at that stage of ownership yet. That being said, it's just a paint.
You don't
and
mean
gold
to
wheels.
tell me.
What?
Where's this go?
You don't mean to tell me.
Okay, all right. Let's hear it.
You don't mean to tell me that Oil Drip himself
Yeah.
would not buy one of these in a stock factory color, not one of these fancy ones, and wrap it some ridiculous thing and put his little sticker on the back, like a little tramp stamp? Do you not think that?
He would. All right,
He
we
would.
gotta choose. We gotta choose. Who is it?
You would. I don't.
Which would? Okay, here's the real question. Which one would you actually spend that money on? You have to do it.
The Maserati for sure.
Okay. See, I would choose the
I mean,
NSX. So this didn't help.
Wait.
Because like it's one of those things. Like if you had to spend that ridiculous money on either one of these cars, like you have no choice. He's like
The Maserati, because if I wanted to get an NSX, I just get a normal one, which makes Andrew's
the bigger blooper.
Wait.
the bigger blooper.
I have another argument, though. Would
Quick.
If my
I-
Maserati,
here,
I
quick,
want
very
it
quick.
rare.
No beach.
you
wood.
go to? Let me paint you a quick picture. Okay, this is Bob Ross 10-minute painting. Okay,
10 second.
you go to a Maserati Club of San Diego event, right? You show up in your this thing, right? They say, oh, look at it, cool color. Are you the first owner? You say, no. And they say, where'd you get it? Bring a trailer. Oh, how much you pay? $470,000. They're gonna laugh you out of that club meeting.
No, they aren't.
No, they're
Yes,
not.
they
He's
are.
gonna win that back in poker.
Yeah, you are.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
you
gonna
are.
throw your big meat down
I'm
on the
sorry,
table
the
and be
bigger
like, I
blooper-
You're
really
out of
wanted
meat.
this.
You're out of meat if you
Your
spent that
brother-
much on
Your
that.
brother shafted you the moment he said, "I would just go spend money on another NSX," and I was like, "Oh yeah, hold on, I could buy those BBS wheels.
Yeah.
This is the blue. Sorry." And
You could buy that car too. What are you talking about?
Wait.
For half the price.
No, that's true.
But
No, you
here's
can't.
the thing. There's the thing.
The
can't-
MSRP was $350.
You could get a regular
but that's a
MC
lot
without
over
being
MSRP
without being
still.
All right. You know what? I'm calling it then. So our listeners at home, you're gonna vote. There's gonna be another poll, which there's another poll. We'll see what
tough.
happens.
Fine. Let me know. But I think I won this one. Pile of shit.
Oh man, we ain't ever finding out.
I think.
At least I know in my heart, though.
I think that's our show, though, isn't it?
Now I'm starting to wait real quick. I'm starting to think it might be Benny's because like Andrews, you show up, someone's going to be like, "Oh, that's like the Zanardi
NSX.
one." And then you're like, "You're probably the guy who spent $250,000 on that," which is kind of like what Benny's point was saying. Like people look at you and be like, "You're an idiot," but he'd still have that car. Whereas Benny's is just like
But
you
these-
spent
these aren't hard to get.
$120,000 over MSRP for a car that's like.
You know what's not? You know what's even less hard to get? A car they make new.
I beg to differ.
What are you talking about? One they're still selling that you can buy off a showroom floor today
No.
is so much easier to
How
get than a
many
car
of
they
these-
stopped making
how
30
many
years
of
ago.
These are there?
61.
Of this
61.
stupid version
Are they
that's
making any more?
no.
No.
You could probably still get an allocation for one though because Maseratis don't sell well.
It's still a split decision. I still
Jesus,
think the
I
bigger
don't know who
because I
wins
can go.
this at all.
Oh wait, no, I see. What
I
you're
shoot
saying.
down every one of your arguments. I
No,
should fucking win
Ben,
this.
Ben makes the same argument because
What do you mean? You can't just say that and like expect that to be true. What are you
That's
talking about?
that's how debate works.
These are both in the case. Like you can both get the bait. Like
No,
this,
that's how I work. Not real debate. This is shit posting.
All right,
And
decide
I'm
at
the
home.
best at it.
I want to go home and eat food.
Yeah, somebody. Oh, I can't.
Decide for us at home,
make
y'all.
a decision here.
And it's basically going to just be me and my mom and Andrew's mom and maybe my grandmother that are voting. So
Maybe a cousin or two of ours.
yeah, so just we'll get our family involved.
Muscles from Brussels.
Wait,
The muscles
I know
from
you on my
Brussels.
side.
They listen to every new episode, but I haven't seen them interact with our Facebook yet. Please
Say
find
something.
us, Ickwig Podcast.
We'll translate it
Oh, I guess
if
we
it's
should
in-
probably plug ourselves. Okay, find us at Carvio USA on Instagram, Facebook, yada yada, TikTok. Find us at Ickwig Podcast.
We're on TikTok.
No, not yet. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook. We are on Twitter. Come find us. Come interact with us.
It's
come
not
hang out
Twitter
with us.
anymore, Chuck. It's X.
I'm never calling it that. Elon Musk can go suck a dick. And that is how we're ending the episode. Fuck you, Elon.